So now you see we have one account, we have second account, we have a third account, something like that. So how many customer you have, like you can, that account will get added. Are you getting my point? Guys, are you getting my point?
And this account would be created by whom? Like our local team, or it will be given to us?
There will be a cloud team, okay,
Yeah.
who's supporting their clouds, their AWS. There will be a main AWS team. They have a root access. We will never have a root access. You are supporting a application, then you will have a account access, and that account should be integrated. Are you getting my point? Like suppose you are working for one of the client, right? Suppose, just to think, definitely in that service-based company, you are supporting a client, right? So definitely you have a AWS access and you are logging with some VPN, all those things, your MFA authentication, you're giving the username password and you are entering it, right? And then you are seeing that AWS. So whichever account you have, you should integrate that. Okay? So you like they said that, okay? Now suppose you have a multiple account, suppose see here. Now, so how you can switch that role, right? So they have extension, AWS extension switch role. If you go to here, AWS extension switch role. See, so there is a extension, okay, in this, and you can switch that. See, so you can add to your Chrome, and you can switch to. So you see here how many account we have: duck dev, duck SLG, duck prod. So one account, maybe you have AWS account for UAT, prod, dev, 3 accounts. So if you want to integrate dev, you can integrate dev. You want to integrate UAT, you can integrate UAT. If you want to integrate prod, you can do the prod integration, right? So you can, not like that, you can. And now you have only one account, like just like a root account, and then you can create a root account and you can integrate that. Are you getting my point? Okay. So same way, once you open the account, right, that the process is same. Okay, we need to create a, suppose you want to do for a 10, if whichever instance, like if you want to, in that account there is 100 EC2 instances running, all the EC2s get monitored. Okay, if you have selected that, all services. So while doing the integration, we have seen, remember, right, we have that has a tag, and yeah, you monitor all the resource, right? Remember? Avinash, remember? While doing the AWS integration, you remember that when you go to the DynaTrace portal, AWS integration, you give that name, access key, secret key, and then you are selecting that, right? You want to integrate with default, yeah, you want to go with a that has any tags, so you give that key value, and then, right? So if you give that key value, then that service only get monitored. If you don't give that key value, and if you select all, then all the services running on the AWS will get monitored by default. Okay, is it clear?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, good question. Okay, then so this we have. So we have many account, like we have a dev, UAT, you want to integrate prod. So in that DynaTrace also we have a development environment, right? Production environment. So development environment, if you want to integrate, we do dev integration. Then it will go to that same steps will go for a prod integration. Okay. Now, so for EKS integration, I put that one link in the chat, YouTube link in the chat. Okay. I just few days ago I tried and it was working fine. Okay. So whichever version I have selected for EKS integration, just to select that version, okay, and try to integrate. Okay, if you want to try, it will not charge like some like max to max 50 to 60 rupees. Okay, just to do the integration and do take overview and delete it. Okay, if you delete that, then if you keep it active, then definitely it will charge you as a anything, but don't keep it active. Once your integration in place, you understood all those things, just to delete that. Okay, all the policy you delete, whichever things you have configured, right? Remember that this policy you have to make sure that this policy has to be deleted, this cluster has to be deleted. So all those things you delete it. So maximum, if you try for 2-3 hours, if you run 40-50 rupees just for one tea and samosa, that much money is required. So just to try that, if you face any difficulty, then you let me know. Okay, in the group chat, where you're not able to integrate the way I did. Okay, then I will try and I will configure, and then we'll have a call and we can solve that. Okay, is it fine with everyone? Because definitely when this new version will roll out, right, there will be bug, all those things. So if I try with latest version, definitely, like if I'm facing issue, I need to reach out to DynaTrace support team and all those things. That because I cannot reach out to DynaTrace support with trial environment. Okay, they'll not reply. So I need to do some other way. Yeah, I need to read some document, all those things. What changes it has been done. Okay, is it fine?
Yeah, it is fine, no issues.
All the step by step, I have done that. So I think if you follow with video, I think you can able to achieve. Make sure that your AWS client, like when I do CMD, right? Like I will do AWS configure, right? So it will ask for access key and security key. So you watch in a YouTube video how to configure AWS client. Okay. And second thing, and how to configure kubectl. Okay. So if you try kubectl, right? Once you install and try kubectl, then you can run that command. Okay. So all those things you can run that. Okay. So try that, how to install kubectl. Okay, and how to download and install. So if you are using Mac, you try on Mac. If you are using Windows, just to watch any YouTube video how to install kubectl and how to install that AWS configure. Make sure that you try to install on the user directory. Okay, like we have, right, when you open the CMD, right, when you open that profile, automatically will take a user profile, right? Make sure in that folder itself you install AWS client and kubectl. So make sure that always you should not change your path. Okay, so make sure that it should be in one folder. It will be easy for you. Okay, otherwise every time what will happen is AWS you configure, then you switch over to that path again. You should do that, and then yeah, and when you are doing the kubectl again, you have to switch over to that path, right? It will be difficult, right? So better you do it in both or in one directory, so it will be easy for you. You should not change the path always. Okay, is it fine? Okay, so today we'll be discussing, first we'll discuss about dashboard. Okay, it's a very good topic. Okay, so let's see how to create a dashboard. Okay, so dashboard, if you want to create, you go to your dashboard page. Okay, and you want to create any dashboard, give the dashboard name first. So create a dashboard. So give the dashboard name is, I'm giving training fifth infrastructure. Dashboard is very huge topic. Okay, so I will tell you how you can do that. What are the features are available, everything. So based on the metric you want to try, you can try that. Okay, so here all the, you can see that this is your visualization type. Like you want to have a graph chart, you want to have a pie chart, you want to have a top list, you have to have single value, table, column, area, heat map, honeycomb. This many visualization type you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 visualization type you have total. Okay, so make sure you note it down. Why? Because if you're planning to have a certification or something, maybe okay, they'll ask you which visualization is not available in DynaTrace dashboard chart. Okay, something like that. Which it possibly or something. Okay, make sure that you should aware of that. These are that this honeycomb. Okay, honeycomb and heat map, right? It was added recently. Okay? Earlier it was not there. Okay, so if you take any graph, so here we have a drag and drop. Drag and drop means you can keep it anywhere. So if you leave like this, it will here. So again, you want to drag, keep it here. Okay, so like this we have a drag and drop. So if you take the drag, then you should give the title. Okay, so I wanted to have a CPU utilization. Utilization, suppose. Okay, Tile size, this is your tile, right? So this size you want to keep inherit means Handani. You take want to have a small, keep it little a small. So you can see that this got little, if you see this right, you see this got little change, right? If you click here and tile size, if you want to keep large, now see, this got little increase, right? So this we have a tile size, okay? So this fine, okay? Now, if you, now you want to add a metric, right? So just to click here and configure a tile in Data Explorer, okay? So if you click on the configure tile in Data Explorer, then here we have all the metric, okay? All the metric it is available. See, something it is they have given that how it should be look like, honeycomb, how it should be look like. This is your top list, this is your pie chart, something like that. If you want to have something related this, then just to click, it will be give you that only. See, automatically give you the server side response time honeycomb, right? Automatically it took, right? So little they are doing on development side. Okay, leave it. I want to have graph chart, so you can take that graph chart, but I want to have a CPU utilization, right? Just wait. So CPU utilization you give here metric, just to type CPU, because you don't know, right? Like which metric I should take, right? So I want to take a CPU usage, right? So you can take, this is the CPU usage. So you see here, if you type CPU usage, so you can see that, right? So I am taking a system CPU usage, right? So you can see we have a CPU usage. Okay. Now if you type EC2 CPU usage, that also is possible, right? Because we have an integration. So don't confuse. So you can see that while taking any metrics, for which purpose, for which things your service you are taking, make sure that you see this part, built-in part. I'm taking a CPU usage. You should not take a CPU usage. You should, now this matrix for EC2 instance CPU usage. I'm taking for host. Okay. So when you type CPU usage, make sure that you are taking CPU usage for host. See, host, under host, it is taking CPU usage, right? So are you getting my point? Okay. So CPU usage, this is for host. Okay. So you can see that, right? Entity type is host. Okay. So now I'm taking host. Okay. I want to keep aggregation, like you want to keep a maximum, minimum, 98th percentile. Yeah. Suppose we have a 98th percentile, 95 percentile, something like that, right? You wanted to have, yeah, you wanted to have a maximum, any, right? You can take that. So I want to have a maximum CPU usage split by host. I'm not doing filter by right now. Okay. So you take this. Now you want to run the query. You are running a query now. So you see, but this is very rubbish, right? You can't understand which host I should take it, right? You can't like do for. So what you need to do is, if you want to filter by any kind of, you want to a specific host, a specific something, yeah, then you can do that. Okay, like host group, yeah, any up, so that you can do that. But I want to have CPUs for all the hosts. Okay, so you can do that. Now, instead of graph, I can take a top list. So whichever CPU in higher position, it is like suppose this host, okay, is 100% of CPU consumption. RD0, RD, so whichever is right. So now it is giving total almost, right? So you see that their code. If you see that their code, where we have query, oh, they have removed duplicate. Oh, they have removed.
Yeah, code I have seen sometime, but can you try to click on add metric?
No,
Somewhere I have
actually,
seen that, but here it is
earlier
not.
it was there here that
Yes,
you
yes.
can see the code and you want to have a top
Yeah,
20,
I have
top
seen.
10
Right.
is not there. They are working on development, okay, and
Mhm.
which part they are adding, which part is okay. We can understand. I understood that. Go to advanced mode. Okay. So earlier it was there itself, we have a code. Okay. Now earlier limit was 10. Okay. No, earlier by default it was taking 10, but you can increase the limit of 100. But now itself they have added limit of 100. Okay, getting the data. I want to have top 20, because why I need why I should need for only 10, 20, whichever host is higher, that only I need in top, right? So when you want to have, so now you can now you can't go back. So now you want to have ascending or descending order, like you have 100%, whichever have a higher CPU, it is in top, right? So now you can see, so greater than threshold you can put greater than 0 green, greater than 80 yellow, and 90 should be red. Okay, yeah, 90 you can set that red. So now you see, and so these are this under red zone, because we have crossed that 90 or 95, whichever the threshold limit you want to keep, you can keep that, and so it will be visible. Now you want to pin to dashboard, you can pin to dashboard. Is it clear, guys? Till here?
Yes, it is clear.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you want to do some color coding and all, you have some. Okay, you want to do some vibrant color, like you want to keep something green, like this should be. Okay, that color coding we have. Okay, unit, we have something called unit. Okay, so you can see, like you don't have something like, so this is the good unit. You want to keep some format, you can keep some, like single format you want to keep, you can keep single. If you want to keep some 1 point, then 1 point. If you want to keep double point, it should be after a decimal, it should be double value. You want triple, you can keep triple value. Okay, so this is your format. So which format you want to keep, you can keep that. Okay, till here any dot? Okay, here you can change your visualization type. So which way? So I want to have a like now I want to have a graph. You can take the graph, so you can understand that. So now all R will be green, so it will be very difficult now. Gray. So this line chart I don't look. So they are always suggesting go with top list. Okay, most of the tool does not have top list. Okay, so you can go with this top list, and this has giving you the proper data for each host. Okay, and you can pin to. That's what. Okay. Now, if you want to come back to advanced mode to normal mode, is it possible? No. Again, you need to reset it. So make sure that all the changes you want to do, then you need to, what do you need to do? Again, you need to reset it. So you can't do that. Okay. And pin to your dashboard. Okay. So it should give the title name like CPU utilization. Earlier it was little different, right? Now here we had the visualization, all those things in the code itself. We had all those things. Little they have done the changing. Okay. So now you open the dashboard. You see that. Let delete this. Okay. So you got this. Okay. You can keep it little lengthy. Or you are like, okay. Now you can keep this. So you can keep here header. Header you can keep here. Something like this. And you can give that CPU utilization. Utilization. Okay. And so this is your CPU part. Again, you want to have a memory. You can drag. Okay. And click here. Configure tile in Data Explorer. And you want to have memory. You can take your memory. Mem you type. So memory used percentage. You can take maximum. Yeah, you can take average. Split by host. And run this. So again, it will give you the top 100 data, right? So if you want to go now top list, now you want to have this top 20. Okay. And you can pin save changes to. If you pin to your dashboard, now if you pin to dashboard, again it why last in the last tile, what you have seen that when I do that pin to dash, what happened is one extra tile got added, right? Do you remember? And I have deleted that tile. So if you are coming from the tile, then you do save changes to dashboard. Whichever tile was there, same tile it will get updated. If you do the pin to dashboard, other tile will get added and this tile you have to delete. Are you getting my point? So now see, same tile got reflected, right? But last time when I did for CPU utilization, what happened? One tile I have deleted, right? Remember?
Yes, that
Yeah.
current
So
tile was there.
current tile was there and that I have deleted and new tile got added with data, right? So this is your
Yes.
memory utilization. Why? Because I have done the pin to dashboard. Pin to dashboard means new tile got added. Memory utilization. Utilization and done. So if you click here, it got changed. Okay. Now again, I will show you that. Suppose now I am doing for disk. Okay. So now this I have given a disk utilization. Now you just you concentrate disk utilization. Each concept it should be clear. Okay. So configure tile in Data Explorer. Now I'm doing the disk. So we can take disk available, a disk uses, disk used. Okay. And I'm taking a split by host and I want to filter by disk also. If this is a window, then how many drives, C drive, D drive, E drive, right? So I want to have a disk filtration also, okay, and run that query, okay. So I'm getting the data. I put in the pie top list. I got that. Okay, top 20. Now I'm doing to pin to dashboard. Now you remember, okay, pin to dashboard will happen. They're asking again tile title. Okay, I kept disk utilization. It is fine. Pin to dashboard. So top training file infrastructure, I done it. Now you have seen, just to see, one more tile got added and another tile was same. No changes in the existing tile. What? Why? Because I did pin to dashboard. Now you see, there is no changes in this dashboard. Why? Because I did pin to dashboard. Are you getting my point? Now I want to utilize this tile. I should go this and just to do disk utilize disk and disk used percentage split by host and disk, run the query, and you want to use like which tile you came from, same tile you should use. Then what I need to do is I need to do save changes to that. Are you getting my point? So now you see that tile got added. New tile will not get added. Existing tile got updated. Is it clear? So this I want to delete. I can delete.
Okay. If you want to make same changes in,
Same tile, then
oh yeah,
you should
you have to save it.
do. You have to
Yes.
save it, not like pin to dashboard.
If you pin it, it will again go and add there on the dashboard.
A new tile got added, and they'll ask you which dashboard. Suppose I want to do
Yeah. Training
let
5, and we have given the name
no
of the
no
dashboard is
no
training 5.
training. So now suppose this tile I have added. I'm adding process CPU usage. Process CPU usage. Okay, each process how much CPU is getting consuming, right? I'm trying to do that. So percentage. Okay, I'm going to configure tile in Data Explorer. Now process CPU. Okay, so see process CPU uses I took a split by process. Run that query. I ran that query. Now I take a top list. Entire host for top 20 it came. Now you want to add more hosts, then you should go to advanced mode, and you should go to advanced mode and change to limit to 20 to 100, something like this here. So you change that limit 20 to 100. Yeah, suppose I want to do 10, then it will show only 10. Okay, run that query. So now, so run that query. So top 10 it will show. Okay. Now you want to pin to dashboard. If you pin to dashboard, it will ask you, hey, which dashboard you want to pin this tile. So we have all the list of dashboard now. Are you getting my point? Okay, so which dashboard if you select, then that dashboard will got pinned. So now I have creating under this, so it will this. Are you getting my point? Now if you do the save changes to dashboard, then whichever, so under this dashboard and which tile you came from, same tile got added. In the same tile, it will get updated. Is it clear for everyone? Okay.
Yes, it is clear. So this particular DynaTrace, whatever servers we have on host, all the nodes
Host
we are added
all
in.
the host information like host if you use all the hosts. Like now you want to have top
Mhm.
20. Just give me a minute, 1 second. Okay, so now all the host information it will show. If you see the top 20, only top 20 it will show. If you see top 30, top 30 will show. Now I'm coming to the point that what is question in your mind. Suppose we have my X application, right?
Right,
Now,
right.
and you want to see the data on your only for your X application, not for Y, not for Z, right? That was the
Mhm.
question in your mind.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so for that, what I need to do is there is a two-way. So one way is when you do the filter for X application, it will show you the X application. Okay, so this is your management zone filter. See this management zone, Dynatrace runs on this your what we will this all the concept is based on the management zone. Okay? So if you filter the management, it will get changed. Okay, but make sure that you should not have access for all the zone in your corporate environment. So what you need to do is when you filter this, right, when you're creating a dashboard, and when you will create, I think you should not have access to all the menus. You will not get options. Okay, whichever the menu. So you do one thing. You select that for which management zone you want to create a dashboard. You want to create for AWS. I'll create for AWS. Okay. So what will happen is here itself we have a filter button. So this dashboard giving the data for cloud AWS. Same way you need to do for all the time. So custom management zone and select for AWS. This also you select for AWS. Guys, any dot for dashboard, you let me know because these are that crucial part and like always you'll get a record. Okay, and you should always prepare a vibrant dashboard. Okay, so this part it is clear to filter your data with, for your proper application, which application you would like to configure. Is it clear? So make sure that you should have that application under that management zone.
So
Okay.
management zone can be like it could be a pre-prod, prod, or dev,
Huh,
anything.
huh, huh.
Under that we
So
can.
yeah, yeah. So what management zone can be created two way. One based on your environment, like your development environment, UAT environment, production. Suppose I am like customer, okay, and I have only one application, a small customer, but I still am using Dynatrace. Okay? Then maybe I do not have 10 applications or 5 applications because Dynatrace is very costly. Okay, so sometimes the customer has only X application that which that application that want to monitor, but maybe they have a different environment like UAT and prod, yeah, development and prod. Okay, so it can be your management zone. So suppose you think like we have only 1 2 application, why we'll create a management zone. We can create based on, they will say okay, so that solution architect who is implementing Dynatrace, right? Like I'm the guy and I would like to implement Dynatrace for you. You are the customer. I should decide based on your inputs, because before implementing, right, I should have a call with Dynatrace. I should have a call with application owner. Okay, for them I'm implementing for, right? And I should understand either I should go with so they I should understand like how many hosts we have, how many applications we have, that initial discussion, right? So in that way I should decide Either I should go with develop environment wise, like development, yeah, production, something like that. Yeah, I should go based on the application wise. Okay, if you have a big customer, they are planning to have 1,000 hosts, 2,000 hosts license they bought. Definitely, they do have multiple applications. They want like to monitor. And suppose they have a 10 host. Definitely one application, yeah, two application, right? So if it is one application, then and have a 10 host license they bought, in that also they segregated for development and production, then what I will do? I will go with the environment, dev and production and UAT, something like that. Okay. If I've seen that, okay, they have a 2,000 host, 3,000 host, then definitely I can, they'll have multiple applications. I'll create a I will onboard their environment on DynaTrace based on the application. First, I'll implement X application. Then I'll do the X implementation config. See, you should run that business also, right? You should not like take a Ansible script, install that one agent. Another configuration you will do 1 month. After 1 month, what will happen? 1 month license, you are losing it, right? Anyway, you are losing it because license that you are using, right? It will not carry forward. Are you getting my point? Suppose you are getting every day 2 GB of internet pack. Tomorrow you can use that existing pack, that 2 GB that yesterday you lose it, right? You can utilize that tomorrow. Like tomorrow you can watch that 4 GB of data, you can utilize, no, right? No, you cannot utilize. So that is the reason we have a consumption based license. We have 361 year of contract. You every year you should have a renewal. Okay. So people, they should have a mindset. Okay. How that license should purchase, how it should be added. You should not buy a license in the bulk period. So while doing the taking a contract from the DynaTrace, you should be very clear. You know, right? In the market, you are thinking I'm very clever, and sales people is very clever. If you know that, right, how to sell, if you know how to sell the product and how to sell, he is very clever. Okay, so make sure that you should run all those things behind that. Okay, you should think of it like how the license should be. If after 6 months, like suppose now you have a target for 50 applications, you should onboard in Dynatrace. You should not buy a 50 application license in one shot. We'll go 10 application license, we'll buy, implement. We have 5 resource, based on that we'll do, and then we'll implement another. We'll take another license on board, right? So same way you should so those are architect, I think for Bhunesh, I think very useful when he will be doing this kind of stuffs, right? So this is the consumption based license. So make sure that you take the license right now, how much it required. Then again we will say, so that will go carry forward, right? 365, 365. Like that. Okay, is it clear? So here we have that option. You can put your management zone. So which application you want to create, you can filter your application itself. So by default, it will give you the data for that application itself. Okay. Now there is a one more filter. Okay, like you can see by default, it will give you the last 2 hours data in the dashboard, from current time to last 2 hours. So right now I'm getting data from 4:42 to 6:42. Okay. Now when we have a 16 20 43, then we'll have 4:43 to 16:43. If you want to have a data in your dashboard for last 6 hours, you can set it. So you can say, you can do that to global level also. Once your dashboard got created, a particular tile also you can do. Okay, is it clear? So this tile I did for 6 hours. Okay, but this tile you can see still it is 2 hours. Are you getting my point? Right.
So it is based on this each tile, right?
So this, from this when you are coming, right, it will be based on tile. So
Okay.
application filter, like you want to have application, you should do it from here always.
Okay.
Okay, and you can, and either there have a global option also, but sometimes it will be difficult, okay, to create. So better you create for that filter itself. Okay, so it will be for that application only. Okay, it will show always. Okay. Otherwise, sometimes they open that all and they, hey, I'm not getting my application data. So better you create for them. Okay. But however, time frame, if you want to have for last 6 of data in the dashboard for complete tile, don't do for each tile wise. You can do globally. So they have options called like you can go here, done, edit, setting. You can see time frame last 6 hours. So now you can see complete data. It will show in the 6 hours. Now data is getting refreshed and it will show the data for last 6 hours. Now DynaTrace has added, now you see default management view. Suppose what I did is I remove this management filter. They are developing like anything, man. I'm assuring you, those are those who knowing DynaTrace end to end. I think for them it is like a good market. I've never seen that like AppD or Datadog they're developing like this, the way that DynaTrace. So now you see we have the default time frame for last 6 hours. Earlier it was 2 hours. Okay, now you disable that 2 hours. Okay, now I'm getting 2 hours data. If you enable this and select the time frame for last 6 hours, yeah, last 24 hours, it will show the 24-hour data. Till here it is clear. Any doubt? Okay.
No doubt
No.
regarding the creating the dashboard and tiles.
Okay.
But I just want to know, like you said, regarding the
Yeah. So
license.
now you see I have disabled this management zone. Time frame also disabled. And this I am disabled. Okay. So everything is disabled now. Okay. Now if you go to that, your setting page, edit, and you go to their setting page. Now you see, I don't want to keep each tile with application. So one dashboard is created, I can default management zone I can put. So I was doing for AWS. Now you see all the AWS data. This got developed, I think 17th Jan, like just 4 days ago. I saw that in YouTube. There is that Andreas Gardner, right? They have uploaded that video. So this got added recently, this 4 days ago, okay? And now you can enable as a report, okay? With tile size, a small, medium, entity color, okay? Configure more, enable report, okay? You can enable as a report, okay? And then you can, so this you can do that, okay? Till here any doubt? No? So now you have seen that, right? So how you can filter your data based on your application edge. There is a multiple options. Okay, you can. So now you can see this. You are seeing the data only for cloud application. We haven't filtered. Automatically it took. Now if you want to keep all also, it will show you the all. But when you open the dashboard, let's open the dashboard, the new tab, and you add, you search your open your dashboard. By default, you can see cloud AWS system. Why? Because we have a global filter. Okay. Now you go edit. So this way you can create that. So now, so till tile, till adding a tile metric, any dot, guys. If you want to have a single value, you can take a single value. Some count you can take something, right? So that you can take as a single value. So this is your single value. You can clone, like you can clone here. If you want, if you would like to do clone two, means you are cloning to different dashboard. This will ask you to which dashboard you want to clone. Okay. So make sure that you should have a difference, clone and clone two. Okay. Now, trying to say there is a different feature in the dashboard. One is they have header. You understood how to add a header, right?
Yes.
So each and thing I will explain. If I'll explain dashboard, right, and I will create a dashboard, it will take another 4 or 5 hours, and still that few dashboard will be pending. So here we'll have a header. So you take this header, okay, where we have a header, you search here, header, and drag, okay, like this. And here you give the name, memory, whichever the name you want to give, memory utilization, okay, and save it. Here you can keep, here you edit, you give disk utilization and save. So like this, you can give that header, okay. Now, there is a concept is called markdown, okay. So markdown you can keep as a link, okay. Suppose you want to add host page, you want to add service now page to create a support ticket, like any links, any URLs you want to add in the dashboard, like university link, license page link, some links you want to add, any DynaTrace page link, yeah, any external website link, okay, you can add it through markdown, okay. In the interview, definitely they'll ask what is the use of markdown, how we can add a URL in your dashboard. Can we link one URL to another URL, dashboard to another dashboard? Yes, we can do that. Like suppose we have a infrastructure dashboard, application dashboard, DevOps journey dashboard, user session journey dashboard, and then that dashboard, right? These are the dashboard. You can be linked together. Yes, we can add that dashboard link in, okay, in the one markdown list. So we can use that markdown type. Okay. So this is, we can remove till here. I don't need. Okay. You can keep this up. Can remove. This is also not required. Okay. Now you give the name. So suppose I want to add university link. So first I'm adding external link, DynaTrace University, right? DynaTrace University. I want to add. So Control C. I'll go here and I will copy this URL and I will paste it. Okay. And this we can give type as a university. So what name you want to keep? Okay. Okay. It is coming.
From where did you this selected university markdown dashboard?
Wait. I will tell you. So this is my link. If something you mess up, right, you click here, okay, and another link that you add that will be added, and here you give DynaTrace University. DynaTrace University. Now you want to keep little bold. You keep double hash space. Okay. Now let me put done. Okay. So I have done this. So this, if you click on this link, what will happen is university page is open. Okay. This part it is clear. So now you see university page got open, right? So now if you edit, and you can add under this multiple link. Suppose you want to add second link, right? Just to click here. Click here, okay? So it will add that. So suppose you want to add service page link. Like you can add service page. Any link, any specific service, any service page link. You can open your service. Copy this URL. Go here. Replace this. Okay, and done. So now it got added. So now you can see this is a small, this is right. So you can do little, if you know HTML, you can understand. Is it clear? So this part it is clear. So how to add a link? Any link you can add. Just you should have the URL. That's it. URL should be accessible. That's it. So that is concept is called markdown. You can minimize little big. You can keep that how you want to keep. Okay. Is it clear, guys? To add a link, you can add one link. Suppose you want to have little small one HTML. You can keep. You see, there will be more big. So that way, if you know that HTML concept, is you can do that. Is it clear? Guys, say yes.
Yes, I have one query here, Deepak.
Yeah.
So suppose this dashboard, do we have any URL or permission where we can just share the link and other person can open and just without
Yeah.
you log in?
Yeah. We can. I will discuss, but let me explain
Okay,
one by one. Okay. We have that.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So till here, any doubt? No. No, right? They say yes, no, right? So now, and apart from that, we have one tile that is called default tile. Like you want to have a host health, you can in your environment. If you have a DynaTrace user, you have seen that this kind of system. Host health. This you can do some filtration. So like it will show. Then host health, network metrics. This is your default. Okay, like for your application, just you can filter it. This is the no need to change the metric, the data explorer metric, all those things. Just you drag and drop. Okay, Docker page. How many 5 Docker hosts we have for cloud AWS? Then we have called service health, VMware health, AWS page health. This is your default. Okay, for cloud AWS, we have only one account. You see, they're asking for which account? AWS demo lab, AWS lab. We have 2 accounts, right? So we have all, we have demo one. So if you select demo one, it will show that. So we have that default and the default dashboard, okay, like service health. This is your default. Just to filter your management zone. That's it. Okay. Then we have called application health. Then we have called application, top web application. In that we need to select for environment. So these two are top. This is your default, okay? Like then application health we have added. Like now you want to add user behavior. So now you want to user behavior for which application? Easy travel? Easy travel. So like this is your default, okay? Uh, then world map. So world map you want to understand. So this is for most active. Yeah, you want to have a proper application on the which basis? Abdex basis, user basis, load action basis, error basis, active session basis. You can do that. Okay. So how many from the which country people are active? Okay. Staking active session. Okay. So this is your default tile. You can say that. Okay. Are you getting my point? Live user activity you want to see for any application. So you want to have for a specific application based on the top application bias is considering, but I still want to have some another application, then you can do that. I'm taking based on your management tool. Take this, okay? So this will give you that default type, okay? All the metric level, like you want to do that metric and taking from the metric and data you are taking, you should select the graph visualization type and change that. Suppose you want to have something server side response time, a database failure rate, anything, right? Suppose you want to have client's failure rate, client side. a server side, right? Yeah, you want to have failure rate for HTTP 4x, connection failure rate. Yeah, any error. Okay. So anything you want to have, you see failure rate for client side, yeah, server side you want to have. Yeah, failure rate for 5x or 4x, any errors, right? Then it'll ask you for split by request and check it. It will give you the data when it was failing, right? So that will give you that. So you want to have one line chart. Yeah, you want to have for like table, then you can take a table. See, this request like cart checkout, we have failure rate for 5x, for last 24, 21%. Like this, we have that. Okay. And you can do the save changes to your dashboard. So you can understand. Okay, so we have that lot of metrics. So you that all the metric it will go to your data explorer page. Data explorer. So it is coming from the data. Okay. So you are going to from here, you are going to data explorer. So now you want to put it like this. Okay. Now, what this Gunesh was asking, once you create a dashboard, okay, I do not have permission to publish this dashboard. You must have to publish this dashboard. So you see, first thing, there are a lot of features we have in the dashboard. You can clone this dashboard. Suppose I do not have any admin rights to this dashboard. I want to do some modification, like version 1 to version 2 or something. You can do some modification and tell them, hey, we have done that. I have cloned and I have done that. Your one you deleted. Something like that. You can do that. You can clone. After creating, you once a DynaTrace admin has created a dashboard, that member has to publish the dashboard. How you can publish? Go to configure setting. General setting. You can see publish as a preset. I do not have access for this in tenant because why dashboard I'm creating from this tenant. This is a demo tenant for DynaTrace. Creating from this here because here we have a lot of live data, all the configuration, right? So I'm trying to create. But once user DynaTrace admin has created a dashboard, people has to, what has to? It has to publish under in preset mode. Okay. If you do the publish as a preset, everyone can access your dashboard and they can edit and modify. You are not allowing any restrictions. Are you getting my point? If you want to allow a restriction like who can edit and who cannot edit, then you should share the data. You can see the dashboard. Are you getting my point? I want to give the permission to any guy, Sanmugam. I can find when I was part of DynaTrace earlier. So Sanmugam. No, he's not here. Ibrahim, right? Tell me any DynaTrace guy. Aditya Ranjan is a DynaTrace guy. I know him. Then Andreas Garner, right? You know that? Andy? So this is the DynaTrace environment. Andreas. See, you can see this guy always giving the video, right? Andreas Garner. Right?
Yeah, webinar he conduct.
He is conducting, right? So mostly all the videos for webinar, right? He is the main leader. So you can give that permission, a specific permission to this dashboard. Okay, which user you want to give? Yeah, which group you want to give? Those are admin group. Those are confidential data admin. Yeah, you can do that, right? So that group you can give. Who can? So you can add multiple. Like not like only one group. Like suppose I am giving that who is part of I am a demo guest who is part of monitoring admin. They can edit. So I have done the save changes. Again, I can add the permission. though who are part of a demo guest, they can edit. Like this, I can do multiple permission I can add. Are you getting my point till here? If you do publish as a preset means everyone can edit, everyone, you open the door for everyone. Are you getting my point? Okay.
Uh,
If, yeah, go
the-
ahead.
so why this option is not enabled here?
Publish as a preset
Yeah.
because I am a demo user.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not an admin user. Okay.
Okay.
Because demo user also can create a dashboard, right? But some permissions are not, because this permissions when you have a admin access. Okay. So now you can create an anonymous link. Okay. Once you add, save it, then one link will get generated and anyone can access this. You guys also can access this. You can try. You guys also can access this one. Why? Because I have created a anonymous link. Anyone can access if people do not have this portal access also. Suppose in case in your organization management does not have a access for your DynaTrace portal, but still they need some dashboard information, report information. You can, what you can create an anonymous link and you can share with them. But it will show as a what we called HTML page. You see,
Yeah, it is opening for me.
for everyone it will open. I have opened in the incognito mode. See, I do
Mm.
not have sign in. You can see there is
Great.
no sign in, but I can't go inside. Yeah, do anything. I can see that data. That's it. Is it
So
clear, guys?
backend it will auto refresh, right? Data
Uh,
will be live.
yeah, backend it will be auto refresh because
Mm.
that link is not like a valid for 1 hour, right? This is the link is valid for lifetime, right?
So we can use this one for L1 team or something, right? Who can
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
the
So
screen?
this
We
with
can
the
publish.
help of this link, right? We
Uh,
are putting in the projector and all.
right, right. I was about to say that.
Mhm. For knock room we used to call. Okay,
Right. Mm.
so that you can do that. Okay. Second, so this part till here clear. Any doubt, guys? Now you can enable this as a repo, generate a repo. This feature is very new. I think if you try in your account, maybe it will be not possible. Still, it is in under live or something, under process or something. But you are getting in advance. See, generate a report. Um, so see, which are the tiles you want to add, right? You can generate a report. Save PDF. Yeah, SVG format I never heard. Let's take as a PDF. So you can generate a PDF. I think if you guys have a Dynatrace access for your company, just you go and see that whether this feature got enabled or not. Okay, because this is the Dynatrace tenant, all the development work it will be done here only. Okay, so that is the reason in this tenant it will be visible first. You can see all the data. You can see that. Still, it is in development. That's why, because most of the things data is not. Can you check anyone is using Dynatrace as a user also? Okay, this part clear. First, second thing, you can print as a PDF. So this is, I think we can say that this is just like development page. I'm sure. See, it is not coming the way we have. Something different way. Okay. So you can print as a PDF, but definitely in within a month or something, it will be available for everyone. If it is not there. Okay. So you can print that PDF. Let me open and check. Oh, it looks like some data is coming, some data is not coming, right? Yeah, this means only we have created. No, we have created so many things, right? So these are coming, table is coming, this is coming, live user activity, thus and all, it is not coming, right? It is coming. No, it is not coming. So maybe it is in development page. Somebody can confirm if they are using, anyone has a DynaTrace portal access for their company or something. Okay. Second thing, you can export this JSON and import in your another tenant. Okay. And another thing, you can delete that always. You can subscribe this as a report. You will receive a monthly and weekly basis. As a you will receive a URL, not video. Okay. Once you subscribe this dashboard as a report, you will get a URL just like anonymous you try, right? Same way you will get a URL. You can click on that, so you can subscribe. You cannot like schedule something like what we called. We have right schedule a report, right? We are sending a report every day, Monday, every Monday morning, yeah, every day like 9 o'clock. You are sending an email to your management and sending health status, all those things, right? So it is not available right now. Okay? You can subscribe in your individually. Okay, are you getting my point? Yeah, you can create a service account for DynaTrace, and through that account you can subscribe, so everyone can receive that in their mailbox. That way, one way, another way you can do that if it is not available. Okay, but if it is integrated with SSO LDAP, you cannot create a SSO account also. That also you should have a bypass all those things. Okay, now, so this I think this two feature in future page, yeah, maybe it got published. And if you go to the configured section, what happened? There is a concept is called dynamic filter. So general setting it is got clear. Manage access any dot, guys.
No.
This Nagalakshmi joined.
Yeah, I joined.
Okay. Okay. So any dot here till manage access, no, right? There is a concept is called dynamic filter. What is dynamic filter? In the dashboard also we can do lot of filtration based on that deployment type, based on the host, based on the tag, all those things you can do. Okay, so this is the concept of dynamic. Let's add it. So let's see, I'll add one, then I'll show you that, and then we'll add another. So I will add the dynamic filter, and we'll keep host monitoring, host virtualization type. Then you open this, add tag will add later. First we'll add the default one. Okay? Database vendor. Then we'll add host monitoring mode. So three things I have added. So you see in the dashboard itself, we have a filter of right now. You see here, database vendor, we have any kind of MongoDB, SQLDB, Oracle SQLite? No, right? If you do this, what will happen? There is no tile. Let's add a tile for database, okay? So edit, you type here database. This is your default database health. So drag, 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 drag. So we have how many database? 7 database. Now let's do that database vendor with MongoDB. It came on, right? It got filtered, right? Are you getting my point? It got
It's
filtered, yes.
automatically applied.
Automatically, which tile it should reflect, right? Because all the tile they tried, but database it is here only, so it is coming reflecting here because another we don't have anything, right? Related data. This is not got filtered, but now if you try database vendor, Oracle, then you see it got 1 now. But if you remove this, there is a 7 database. Are you getting my point? You want to have MySQL, you see how many database we have? 4.
Four.
So that filtration, that is called your dynamic filter. In the dashboard itself, you can add your dynamic filter. Like you want to have something like monitoring mode, like full stack, how many full stack we have. So like that it will get changed. Which are the host information should get changed, right? Because monitoring mode means host, right? Agent has been installed as a full stack, yeah, infrastructure, right? So you see, so this got changed. So like this, yeah. So you want to have a type. So I want to have Azure VMs. How many Azure VMs? There is no Azure VM. But I want to have AWS VM. You can get, right? AWS Elastic Compute. See, we are getting that, right? Is it clear, guys?
Once we share the dashboard, user cannot filter, right? There is
No,
no option for user filter. See
because
here, CPU utilization. Suppose sometimes user want to see top 10 or top 5, top 15, something like that. That option is not there, right?
where top 10 or top 15?
You shared that link, right? In
See, that link is for anonymous user. You can't do any changes in your dashboard when you open that anonymous link. If you
oh,
open your dashboard and you open that, here you can do lot of things. You can't edit, but you can little filtration, you can do that in your dashboard. Okay.
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 Yeah.
In the once you open your DynaTrace portal and you go to your dashboard, whether you don't have permission also, you can't edit or modify, but filter you can do that, right? You can click, you can go inside, you can do
No,
that, all the
what
things.
I'm telling, once I done created dashboard, I shared with my particular user.
Teams. Okay.
Yeah, particular team. They want to see. Suppose I created a top customers, like top 10 customers, top 15 customers. They want to see the growth in their particular states or countries. So in that time, they want to filter, right?
They can do
I
that. They can
created
do it.
for so they want to see the country filter, like country and top list, like that's right.
Okay. In here you want to add?
No, what I'm telling
Hmm.
here, suppose example CPU utilization here almost 20 is there, right? So top 20. So I shared this dashboard to the particular group. They want to see only top 5 only, but I created for top 20, but it is they want to see top 25, 30 also. They want to see.
They can see, suppose now I want to see for top 30, right? So I can click on that. So here you can go edit tile. So you need to edit, then only it is possible. But
they are
suppose,
able to edit.
Let me show you that. Okay, I have a demo access. Okay, so another tenant, I do not have any write permission. Another dashboard, I do not have write permission. Okay, I'll show you that. I'll clear here. Suppose I am going your environment overview dashboard that some DynaTrace guy has created. Now I want to do some changes. Okay, I want to see anything. Okay, world map for some specific country. See, I do not have any edit button, right? I can go and I can do the filtration. That's what I'm saying to you. I want to do some country. I want to see for, like, suppose Spain.
Australia.
Okay. So I want to see the country for Spain. So I can see the data, but I cannot, if I want to pin this, I cannot pin to same dashboard. I need to create a new dashboard. Are you getting my point? You
Okay.
can do that,
Yeah, got it.
but you cannot edit or modify, or you can add something in the same dashboard. Is it clear now?
Yeah,
You
I'm
can.
clear.
Okay. So you
Once we
can.
create
Yeah.
the graph, we can add it to multiple dashboards also, right? We
Yeah.
can pin it to. Yes.
You can pin to multiple. That way you can do that. Okay. So suppose you have once you log into DynaTrace, you want to see for top 10 or top 20, you go inside.
We have a filter like how many we want to see.
So you have a filter, and wait, why my system got hanged up. For me, it is not option. For me, it is coming to. Let's go to. But it is option will come. Okay. Why it is
Okay.
not coming? I don't know. Okay, but option will come. See, post health, it is coming. So some tile it is allowing, some tile it is not allowing. You see, this tile I am able to do that. Let's go to your any of the infrastructure dashboard. Type filter by name, infra. Okay. It's created by someone. Okay. And I want to check for CPU. Okay. See, this tile does not allow. So this tile, see, so now I'm telling you, default tile will allow. That we did, right? Just drag and drop, our data is coming, right? We did, right? Drag and drop, data was started coming, right? For that tile, it is getting inside, but that whichever is coming from the data explorer, it will not allow. So you need to configure tile in data explorer. Again, you need to go like, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. So now I want to do for, this is for top 5. I want to do, I can do top. Here I
Limit
can put
20.
limit to 2.
Limit 5.
Run the query. I can get the data, but I cannot save change. Okay, you can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So how you can do that is, you should go to where?
Data. Conf.
Select which tile you want. Which tile you want to go. The arrow button is there. Select the dashboard. Arrow button is there. Configure tile.
Configure data
you are in
explorer.
data explorer. Okay, you need to go, and then you need to filter whatever filter you want to have. You put the filter, run the query, get the data, take the screenshot, put it in your email, but you cannot do save changes. That's it.
Okay.
Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
So now you want to add a tag for based on in the dynamic filter based on your key metrics, key value tag level. How you can do that? I should go to where?
Configure.
Configure. Go to dynamic filter, and you want to add based on key value. So we have tag key, right? So tag key service, tag key synthetic. So I'm taking tag key synthetic. Okay. And so I want to add for key name. So I should go to synthetic. filter by any tag is there. There is no tag. Okay. Let's go to service then. Definitely service has a tag, right? You take a journey service. So what is the tag key we have? So we don't have tag at all. Digital offer service. So tag key name is, this is your key, right? K8 is namespace. This is your key. Okay. So you go to your dashboard and select that tag key service and serve this. Okay. K8 namespace. Save changes. So now if you go to your dashboard, so which tile it will get reflected? Service tile it should get reflected. It should get changed. If okay. So now if you see that service tag, name it is this. Okay. So now you see all those things coming. Key. So which key you want to have? So key down, these are giving value. So if you see this, we have a EG trade, right? So this is your EG trade. Are you getting my point? This is your key, this is your value. Remember, guys, when we discuss about tag, tag has a key value pair, right?
Yes.
So first part is
Key name and value.
and this is your value. So this is your value. So you see when I have added key name, Kubernetes name, so EG trade is there.
Value, yes.
So they all the keyword tag that we have the key, all the value it is giving, which value you want to filter, we can filter. So I want to filter for EG trade, I can see that EG trade. So service tag, service page should get reflected. Where we have a service, see 9 service now. If you remove this, means how many service we have this Kubernetes namespace with EG trade. So total 9 service. If you open this, view details, there will be a 9 service that has a EG trade tag. You see, now is coming tag with EG trade. Open any service, there will be a EG trade tag. See, EG trade, EG trade. So any key you can add. Is it clear, guys? EG trade. So it will be little easy for you guys when you do this kind of dynamic filter in the dashboard. Definitely, when you go for an interview, yeah, this kind of such things. No, these are the things they'll ask in the interview. Okay, let's go to the dashboard again page. Is it clear for everyone? Any doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you can write your database query and you can fetch your user session. Okay. So you want to fetch user session dashboard, you can go query segment, user session query. Okay. And you can write a query and you can fetch the data. Let me go in the dashboard and take the query. Okay. write a query, it will take longer time. Okay, you take this one. So now I want to take, suppose, this query, right? How many custom? So you can take this case. How you can take the query? Go to view details. Because this dashboard I do not have admin rights, but I still can do that. So I can copy this. Wait, I did not got copied. Control C, go to my dashboard. Click configure tile. Type the query. Run it. So it is giving which customer, either it was certified or what is his status. So we have a 3 types. So we haven't discussed this kind of lot of things we haven't discussed. We have a 3 types of user. One is satisfied user. Anyone know about satisfied user? One is tolerating user, and third is frustrated user. Frustrated user. Okay. If people can able to open your website within a 3 seconds, 0 to 3, we call it satisfied. 3 greater than 3, less than 12, greater than 12. Greater than 12, it is called frustrated user. Okay. So we have a 3 types. So you can customize your load action, your XSL action based on this time frame. This is your default DynaTrace. DynaTrace threshold. Okay, for satisfied, tolerating, and frustrated user. You can customize based on your input. How you can customize, I will tell you. So you go to your web app. You go to your application. Edit your application. You can general setup. You can see, you can customize. You can see here, guys. You can see here, satisfactory,
Yes.
tolerable, frustrated. Same way for load action, XHR action, and custom action. So mostly we have 2 types of action: load action and XHR. Custom action rarely we used to get. So we have 2 performance for load action, XHR action. XHR means XML HTTP request. So if the website is able to open the page within the 3 seconds, we can say we are in green zone. If 3 to 12, yellow zone, greater than 12, red zone. So we have satisfactory performance, tolerable, and frustrated. So same way we have in the dashboard also. Now we are trying to fetch where it went. What kind of user they used to log in? What is their experience score? User experience, the satisfied user you are tolerating, which browser they have used, which OS they have used, and what purchase, how much amount he invest for purchasing. Okay, so 1500, कोई 399, कोई लगाया, कोई 206 rupees dollar based on that. So you can see that this is the query. Select user ID, customer, user experience as a user experience, score as a user experience, browser measure version, which browser they have used, OS version, long properties, income, and what purchase is done, right? When you go to the purchase page successful from the user session, where user ID is equal to synthetic browser. So we use synthetic browser. So they are purchasing ticket, right? Okay, and demo user ID is equal to demo user 2. I told you, right, when you used to create a synthetic application. So when you do that, this kind of browser level monitoring, not HTTP browser level, we used to had one service account. Okay, and through that service account, people can buy a book, a ticket, all those things. I think Avinash, you are from performance testing background, right? So when you do the testing, You have that some account, right? User credentials. With that, you are testing everything, correct? Are you there?
Yes, for that we have
Yeah,
user credentials.
we have some, because I have seen that many guys who belongs to performance testing, what they used to, they have that like so for testing purpose, they have one service account, and they used to create everything, even that credit card information also. They have given some dummy credit card information, and they used to fill, and they are checking whether it got purchased, not all the testing they are doing, right?
Every credentials.
All those things they are doing that, and then so for that only they added some amount XYZ. So that amount is coming. So demo user 2 and demo user 1. We have a 2 user, and then long properties income, browser major version synthetic. The same way you can do for real user also, right? When you write that. So this query also you can save changes to dashboard. So that also you can write a custom query, and you can get the data for user related sessions, because the query name itself user session query, USQL used to call. Okay, and you can fetch the data related to user, and you can pin to in your dashboard. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now you can add some tag also. This is my infrastructure dashboard, something like that. Okay, you can add some tag also. Application, this is my easy travel application. Some tags you can add. So when you go to the dashboard, right, when you filter this, you can change your dashboard name from here. Later on, you want to change top infrastructure for easy travel. So then you need to click on save button. Okay, and then click on that. So this many feature we have in the dashboard. Anyone has doubts? So what are the feature we have? Can you tell me, anyone, what you have learned so far in the dashboard? What are the features is available? Am I writing so you can remember? Okay. Once you create a dashboard for publishing, we have option as a preset. Okay, for everyone. We can do access. You can provide the access based on user and group, right? Once you create a dashboard, either you need to publish, you need to create a user, you need to provide access, provide an access particular user and group. Okay, then you can subscribe this dashboard as a report weekly basis
Updates.
and monthly basis. Okay, you can create a anonymous link.
Redirect the web.
Those people who do not have access to this portal, they can they can create, they can see the data. Okay, then you can add dynamic filter. You can save this as a PDF format, and yeah, you can create a report as a PDF, yeah, SVF format. I don't know what is SVS format. Did anyone heard about that SVS format? Anyone? I haven't used that. Let me
No.
check. If you go to that report, right, we have a two format to generate. You see, say download as a SBS also. Okay, HTML is web page. See, you see. Okay, so this is your SBS. just like HTML format, right? SVG, right? What is SVG format? Just like a PNG or something. What is SVG file? Scalable vector graphics.
Example.
Okay, so you can do that.
XML.
That also it is possible. Okay, so we have a two format: generate a report, either SBS or PDF. Okay, close it. Yeah, you can print PDF. You can do also things. Save as a PDF. That also we have. Okay, so two we have options. Okay, you can import and export the dashboard for different tenants. Okay, so suppose I have one dashboard I want to import. You can import the dashboard. Like I will go to my download page, synthetic overview dashboard. They cannot import it. Limit of 2000. Been already. Okay, so it's the limit of dashboard is 2000. Let me delete few dashboard. Now let's see. We have download. Now it is allowing. No, already exceeded. Everyone has created. So we have a limit of how much? 2000 dashboard you can create in your account. Okay, max 2000. Okay, so that you can do that. You can filter your dashboard based on your name, based on ownership. Suppose I have a mine, you shared, someone has shared with me. That is your ownership. Then we have which one you put in your favorite, right? This is your favorite. Which one is your favorite? You put it a star. Okay, so this is your favorite. You can put which is owner, who is owner. Based on that, you can filter the dashboard. You can do some tag level. Like I created a tag, right? So that tag level you can do that. In the dashboard, we created a tag, right? In the last. Okay, and you can do as a preset. Preset means publish for everyone. So that level also preset yes, yeah, no, like this. So like this we have. So see 199 dashboard we have as a preset mode. So whichever dashboard is a publish for everyone, you can see it was mentioned here preset. And you see preset no. See this was not published. Okay, is it clear? Custom chart, yes. So whichever dashboard has a custom chart, that also you can do that. Is it clear, guys? Any dot? Same filter option here also. Okay. But here we have, again, you need to click on view more. Then you check one by one. Better you do here. Okay. Bhunesh, Abhishek, Vinash, Vashu, any dot?
No, sir, we need to practice this. We can cover it.
Okay. Then I will show you that good dashboard that DynaTrace has created. I'll send you that JSON file so you can utilize in your future. Suppose you want to have a site reliability, SLO dashboard. SLO we haven't discussed. Okay, so we need to discuss. So a site reliability, SLO you heard about it, right? SLO, SLI, SLA, right? So suppose you want to create a SLO dashboard. I will share with you some sample dashboards. You can, what you can do is you can import. What you can do is I will tell you how to do cheating also. Okay. Suppose you have a requirement to create some SLO dashboard and you are not aware how it should be, what are the tile metric we should take, right? How that you should take for last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days. What you can do is you first take this. Okay, you keep this. First you need, I cannot export. So first I need to clone this. Once I'll clone, what will happen is now I have a full rights on this dashboard. I can edit, I can modify. So now you got this JSON file. So I will what I will do is export this JSON file. I'll share with you 10 to 10 dashboards, so you can keep it for future purpose, for user session, something, for infrastructure, for application. Now you want to see that. So take a DynaTrace SaaS trial with dummy account, import this dashboard, then you edit, click on here. Okay. Now you see, okay, what is was taken. Okay, nothing. There is no filter. So just he took that application. Okay, so I will take that. That's fine. Now suppose I am taking this. How he done that? Click on edit. Select this. Okay. Now he has taken a SLO name, title, max. So what I will do is I will go here. So how he has taken it, where it is going. So it is going to a SLO page and he's filtered by, just he did filtered by, and then he did pin to dashboard. Okay. Same thing he did. Okay. Pin to dashboard. Like, okay, I'll take this. Okay. Pin to dashboard. Okay. You don't remember the name. This is cloned one, right? Why it is not pinning? Okay, same way. Okay, I have pinned it. Now you see the cloned one that we have, right? Now you see it is pinned to the same dashboard. So like this, you need to go edit, check that where it is going. Same way you go filter that and pin to dashboard. See, same data we are getting, right? Same data we are getting, correct? So it will pin. So like this, you need to do how it should be arranged. All those things you do and pin it. Okay, because you can import in your DynaTrace your corporate account, because now you need to forward this email, this JSON file to your official email, and then you need to do that. If there it is allowed, then you can do that. If it is not allowed, then you can take a SAS file, import that, and then you see that where it is going. That's it. You can't see the data, but you can see that where it is going, which metric they have taken, all those things, and you can pin to dashboard. Is it clear, guys?
Okay. Where
This
we can see
this
this whole map? In
world
this
map, right?
maps, yeah, where we can.
You can see that in your web application. Go to your web application. You need to do a lot of practice, okay? Because DynaTrace has a huge things, okay? If you go to your application, you go to here, okay, view geographical location. You can see that right here. Now it is
Yeah.
getting for this application I'm getting.
So directly we can pin to dashboard.
No, from here you can't pin it, okay?
Then how can we create?
Hi, so you need to go to your dashboard page where it went. Like you are in this dashboard, right? Here itself we have geographical location.
Yeah, here.
And
Yeah.
it
I
is
see.
there
Old
somewhere.
map. Old map.
Old map. Here
Yeah.
itself you can drag. I
Okay.
did that right in that dashboard creation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. got it.
How can we import this? Like you downloaded one file, right?
Okay. So
Export
once you export that, right? What you need to do is again you need to import. So if you go to your dashboard page, we have import button. We have import. Okay, now you can import this, but this dash tenant will not allow me to import because already we have reached the limit, 2000 limits. Okay, so it will not allow. Just a minute.
Can you share that dashboard?
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So we'll share all the dashboard like site reliability, whichever that good dashboard, right? So we have kind of like suppose synthetic monitoring, right? So just to type name HTTP. So we have a synthetic overview dashboard, okay? HTTP monitor. So this dashboard is very nice, okay? You can create in your organization because it will give you that good privilege, okay? Because you know that, right? How to create a, so this is your, how many synthetic we have, what is your SLO status, what is your availability trend, okay? Then what is your performance trend for this dashboard? Step executions, these are failure rate, duration, execution. This is your request timing background for one dashboard. What is the duration it took? What, how much DNS time it took? How much network it took? How much handshake it took? How much server time it took? All those, right? Then availability by monitor, availability by location, then availability failure breakdown for location and monitors both. Then step monitors. Okay, so like this we have that. So okay, so you can create this dashboard. So this is your HTTP dashboard. One we have browser based. So just to type BRWSC browser based. So we have, this is one, we have HTTP monitor, one we have browser based one. So both have different strategy and different. So you can create a different dashboard for HTTP one, browser based one. Okay. So, so this is your browser based dashboard. Okay. So how many synthetic browser synthetic we have? What are the SLO availability application uptime? Okay, for last 6 hours, yeah, last 30 days, you can filter that data, right? It will get changed. Okay, so like that you can filter and then you can get the data. So now see your availability trend, availability by monitor, availability by location, failure breakdown. What is the from which location it is failing? All those things, right? Then error. What is the error? Right? So we have a locator failure, we have validation failed, we have some wait too short. Okay, so these are that failure region we have, error we have by region. Okay, we have a performance trend, we have a step execution details from click on logout, how many failure we have in last 7 days, 294 failure. Click on payment 245 failure. So these are the synthetic dashboard that you can create for your organization if you use to. Okay, and if you have a requirement. Okay, so these are the dashboard when you keep, right? In the future when you work on, yeah, already you are working on, it will easy to your to get a visibility like anything. These are the dashboards, very vibrant dashboard, and this is the customer satisfaction, right? Dynatrace, when they used to create, they means customer, how the customer is thinking, the way should have. So because see, who is the best person to analyze or create a dashboard? Either you or Dynatrace, me or Dynatrace, right? Dynatrace is, they have that lot of things they are already they are using, right? They have that mindset. So those are working on the synthetic part only, right? They will be thinking each thing, each part. Some part I may miss it, yeah, you may miss it, right? But those are working only for synthetic, they have all the mindset, right? So you take this 510 dashboard, keep it for future. You import this dashboard in your dummy account, like you take that dummy email and there you import that and see the data. You will not see, guys, I'm telling you, data you will not see, but you can see that metric, where it went. Same way you go and, is it clear? You can see that layout. You can get the layout with metric information. Okay. Suppose you want to see AWS related. So this is, see, AWS billing dashboard. Have you seen that? No, right? So this is your container inside that. Something. If you think it is vibrant, you go that way. No, there is no such kind. Simply they have created. They tried, but they have not done. Then some user session, right? Type user. You see. Let's open 4 5 dashboard. Which one is good? This is also just they have tried, but they have not done anything. So this dashboard, it is looks good, right? You can create that. You can keep that future purpose. Then this dashboard, let's see. See, last week, 2 week ago, 3 week ago, 4 week ago, 5 week, what are the conversion count, non-engaged count, abandoned count, user journey. Like that we have multiple dashboard. You can keep few dashboard in your pocket, like drive, and you can keep it for future purpose. Yeah, in future, if you wish to have any, like you get a requirement, sir, I want to create some, Google some dashboard, yeah, AWS, yeah, Azure, then just you contact me. If I have, then I'll share with you, because I'm supporting most of the guy. So suppose you want to have Google something, Google cloud storage, load balancing, a Kubernetes engine, something, right? You want to create, right? You can, suppose you are working on Google Cloud. So, and you want to create something, you got a requirement like I need to create a dashboard or something. Then because dashboard is the thing, everyone will see your data, right? Say yes or no. And they will see that who has created. Okay, this guy has created, that guy has created. Honor name it will come, right? It will be easy. So easy for you, like to get a more visibility. See how many restart. So which are the container is getting restart, right? With by name is plus based on the last 2 hours. So these are the container got restarted. What is the container CPU uses? What is the CPU request utilization? All those things you can see here, right? Node CPU uses, node memory uses, node storage uses, then allocatable utilization, and based on this table line chart, like top list line chart, so you can understand. And like this you can create some. So what will happen is it will get a more visibility. Okay, so this we have, you can see system is getting slow. Now let's go to another dashboard. You see, go to another dashboard. See, so which dashboard you think, like which dashboard I should create? I will give you the 2 3 samples. Which samples looks good, right? You go and which metric looks good. Based on, sometimes you'll get based on the request, right? Metric level. I want to have this things in my dashboard. You can see that if their metrics is there, then easily you can do that. Yeah, you need to find out. That's it. So all the metric will be available in the data. Okay, all the metric. So based on your technology got instrumented, metric will be visible. Okay, so under the data explorer. Any doubt? No, right? Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yeah, it is
Yes.
clear. We have to do the more practice on this. I feel. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
see, the problem is for everything as a training, you see that SaaS a lot of things has a restriction,
right.
and you can't do that. These are things you will get when you work on corporate. Okay, Yeah, when you take a training from DynaTrace also, they have a training level 1, level 1, level 2 something, okay? And they will not do all kinds of instrumentation. What I am doing is I am doing mixture of everything. Okay, people should have understanding of this portal, people should have understanding of administration, people should have understanding of ideas, people should have understanding of concept, how the people think, how it should be, how the concept should be. So at least I'm trying, at least whichever thing is possible, at least you can understand. So whenever you go for interview, you can say that I have experience on DynaTrace. Ask me the question. That's it. So you ask on the dashboard, you how to create a web application, how to install the agent, what is the concept of environment activate, how to create AWS integration, how to do that, how to do Azure integration, how to do EKS integration, how to create a synthetic application, how to create a tag, how to create a management zone, everything. So I'm trying to give all this feature, how to create a host group manually, everything, right? So that is the reason I'm trying for everyone. Okay. So this is how the dashboard works. Hope everyone understood. Let's take a 15 minutes break and then again we'll continue. Okay. Is that fine with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Is there any way to directly import the database?
Import the
Database.
database. No, no, no. You can't import the database. Why you will
Suppose
import the no database
no.
on the database server? You need to install database. You need to install DynaTrace agent. Okay, either it is running on Linux, you take a Linux agent. If it is running on a Windows, you need to install the Windows agent. But we don't have like other tools. If you heard, they have a database agent. For App Dynamics, they have a database agent. For and then for Datadog, we have a database agent. Okay, but DynaTrace does not have a database agent because under the application by default database gets visible if it's flow. And if you want to do some custom monitor inside the database, what you can do is you can install DynaTrace agent as a infra mode. So your CPU, memory, disk, process, it will get visible. Database already is getting visible because of you have instrumented the application. And then still you want to do some custom monitoring, then you can do the database insight. So through database insight, we can fetch your data through via environment activate, and it will store in your environment activate, and you can plot a graph here, you can create an alert, you can create a dashboard, anything through that metric. Okay, so that's how it works on the database monitoring. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, you want to do some custom query or something, you want to fetch the data, then you need to write a Python plugin. Okay, you write the Python plugin, and then you plugins you have done, then you deploy that on the ActiveGate server. Okay, and we'll discuss after dashboard, we'll discuss the custom metrics and custom monitoring. Okay, and we can deploy, and then you can create a suppose you want to add like suppose there is no data in the database for last 10 minutes. Okay, then no data got inserted in the database in last 10 minutes. So definitely there is a issue, right? On that somewhere, right? So that is the reason data under the database, inside the database, that nothing is getting inserted, right? So in that case, what you need to do? You need to fire a query. So when you go to that fire a query, like there, if there is no data in the last 10 minutes, you should create an alert, right? But however, you can't do that. Suppose the main way through DynaTrace agent installation, although you can't do that. There is no metric kind of things is available. Then what you need to do? You need to write a Python script. How you can write a Python script? Because DynaTrace support Python. Okay, so you need to write a Python, connect to database. First, what you need to do? Connect the database. So what kind of database is there? Based on that, they have a library. Python, we have the database library, right? So you can connect that. Then once you database connection, then you need to have a user credential, all those things. And then you should write a query, and then you should have print a statement, right? And once you print a statement, then your plugin is got ready, right? Then your plugin that has to be that has to be uploaded on your ActiveGate server, because for database custom monitoring, what I said is required environment ActiveGate. So you should upload that plugin on ActiveGate server, and then ActiveGate server that metric. So ActiveGate server, what it will do? Every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, you have scheduled, right? So what will happen is it will fetch the data Yeah, every 60 seconds that script will run and will fetch the data. It will store that, and it will, you can see the data in the DynaTrace dashboard, DynaTrace metric, that whichever the metric you have given, that it will get visible here. And then what will happen is you can create an alert, you can create a chart, you can create a dashboard, whichever things you can do that. DynaTrace is not blocking you. You should leverage yourself. That's it.
Got
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a 15 minutes break and then we'll discuss, okay, with next topic. Hope dashboard part is clear for everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Then so now suppose just I'm giving the example corporate how it is happening. Suppose sometimes what will happen is you get a requirement, okay, and that metric is not available. Okay, suppose you got some requirement like some errors based on the code, yeah, some heap memory, some garbage collection, young, old, all those things, right? And you are not getting survivor. Some metrics you are not getting, collection count, something you are not getting, and you wanted to fetch the metrics, right? So sometimes, every time you should not write a plugin and you should do that, all those things, right? For that, because custom metrics also we have a different license. Okay. So sometimes what we need to do is we need to have some GMX extension through that we can fetch the data, create metric and fetch the data. So how you can do that? Suppose let's go to your manage setting. Today I will be logging at 9. Okay, I need to go out little urgent, and tomorrow we'll start at 4. Okay, so you can go with monitor technology and go to add new technology. Okay, and then see, so you can see when we'll discuss about license, then we can discuss monitoring extension consume which license? DDU license. All the custom metric, right? It's consume DDU license, Davis data unit license. So we can go here, add JMX PMI extension. For that, ActiveGate is not required. Okay. So you are fetching from their mbin, JMX and mbin, right? So use JMX PMI extension editor, and I'm giving the reason. This is my heap metrics. Okay, heap metrics, something. Okay, we should not have any space. So there is two way. One, you develop the plugin, and another way you can first you try here. If you are not getting, then you go there. So based on your data source, what kind of data technology you have based on your tenant, all the tenant technology will be available. So suppose you want to fetch some metrics for Kafka. Okay, so you select your Kafka. Okay, so it will give you the source. So which source? Consumer all. Yeah, you want to have a zone, a specific zone where we have a Kafka, right? Yeah, host, which host? So I don't know which host that Kafka and all it is running. So I'm taking all hosts, okay? Process, which process? So I'm taking from the Kafka broker. Yeah, consumer, yeah, process, anything, right? Suppose you want to take it from the Kafka consumer level. Add a metric source. Then add metric, select the domain. So I took which one? Kafka consumer, right? So I'll take domain is Kafka consumer. And here we have mbin. So you can take a type and we can take consumer metrics. Okay, so you see how many metrics is available for consumer. Sync time, committed time, connection close total. This many metric is available. Are you getting my point? Successful authentication rate, successful authentication total. Are you getting my point? Select total. So this many metric is available. For some of the metric for Kafka, it is not available in your data explorer. So if you go your data explorer, you try some Kafka metrics on the consumer level, just you type here Kafka. Okay, so we have, hope spelling is correct. Okay, so we have this many metrics, but some metrics you see that it is there, it is not there, right? We are creating from somewhere, right? You see this metric. failed re-authentication total. Got failed again re-authenticated, right? So these are not there, right? These are the metric is not there. It is there. Can you tell me? Successful
No.
authentication rate. Suppose you take this, okay, and you go here and type Kafka, and it is there. Successful authentication rate. It is not there. They give you the basic metric like generic metrics: flush time, offline partition, active clusters, request size, request or outgoing, incoming bytes. The basic metrics. But it will not give you that metric for a specific that consumer or producer or broker you are looking for. Are you getting my point? See, for consumer, how many metrics we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's it. Incoming, outgoing, request size, request, total request. That's it. Right? But we can have multiple metrics for consumer. Are you getting my point or not? Everyone. We can have, because based on this metric, you will not get a requirement. Okay, you will get a requirement how many successful request count was happened, how many re-authenticated, how many this one got authenticated, where you will bring the metrics. Every time you will develop the plugin, then better they'll hire a developer, right? Because because you should know to develop the plugin, you should know Java. You are not a Java developer. Then what will happen? It will go around the circle, you know, right? A square shape. Go their desk, it will come to your bucket. You will say, then it will go to developer say, I don't know tool how it works. Again, it will go to the required Python plugin. I don't know Python guy say, I don't know Kafka. There will be a like mutual win-win situation. Then everyone will say, then only it is not possible. So because of that, they are telling every time you should not develop a plugin. You find the metric through mbin or JMX from the JMX. Okay. So where we need to go? We need to go see successful authentication rate. See successful authentication, no re-auth total, whichever that we have, right? So we have this metric we have for okay, committed close rate, connection close rate, total how many connection got closed, right? You can get the count, right? And you can save that and save changes. You can give the metric display name. So here this whichever metric you will display. Okay, so you can give that consumer connection close total, the which host, which application. You can define some naming convention proper and save changes. What will happen is it will reflected in the data. I will if I'll save, it will not allow. Why? Because I have a demo account for this account, this tenant. But once you save, it will be available in the data explorer. You know, once metric is available, you can create a dashboard, you can create an alert, you can create a graph, anything you want to do, right? Is it clear
So,
with?
so means this is kind of a custom metric for a specific monitoring, right?
Yeah. So this kind of, you can say it's a custom metric. See, all the data explorer you are seeing that all the metrics will be custom metrics. Okay. But these are the metrics you are getting from the extension. Extension just like a plugin. So they have, so something inside, something is getting invoked and they are fetching the data and you are giving to. Okay. That metric list is getting loaded, all those things, the class is getting, entry point is getting executed in the backend, right? So agent, when you install the agent has some capability what he can do, right? After that, once you create an extension, something is getting invoked inside and they are fetching the data. Okay. So this is kind of custom metric, you can say. This is 100% the custom metrics, but most of the data flow you can see that is also custom metric. This is like extension metrics, you can say that. Those are coming from the extension. Okay. You can say it's the custom metrics. Okay. So this part is clear. Same way you can do for a Kafka producer. Now if you do type, which are the metrics we have? So based on the which one you have? Producer we took, right? No. Okay. Here we took a consumer, right? So we need to change this, cancel it. add metric. Okay, so we select that consumer process, right? So based on that, it will show. Okay, so this part is clear. Let's take for another technology. Add new technology. Take JMX, add extension. Here I am giving heap memory. Memory. My laptop is very old. So you take Apache Tomcat, and you take this. Which process you want to have? Backend, frontend, jar. Which jar you want to have? I'm taking backend jar. Add. So you need to select that metric. Okay. So add metric. Select the domain. So you want to have for Java type. Which one you want to have? Garbage collection. Then you have a garbage collection count, collection time. If you want to have memory, these are the metrics. Object pending finalization count. Okay, this matrix we have only one metric. Okay, because some metric will be available there also, right? Then you go to that memory manager. Then we'll have all those things. Name, memory name. Then we have object name. Then we have valid. You select on which memory manager you want to go. All mbin, yeah, specific to that mbin. You select that, then it will be specific to that mbin. Then if you go to type memory pool, then we'll have collection users threshold count, collect threshold exceeded, supported. These are the metrics you will not get. If you search in Data Explorer, you will not get threshold exceeded. You will get a generic metric. Okay. So then if you go to that operating system, have you seen that in the operating system? Available process. How many processors are available? Committed virtual memory size. Something, right? Process CPU load, system load average, physical memory size, swap space size. You'll get a total swap space size. Can you check? No, right? No. Data Explorer. Here
So,
also you can see.
sir, once we create this kind of metric, then this will be available for all the host and application, right?
Yeah.
Whoever.
Yeah. So while selecting, right, while creating a metric, right, we have seen that we have a management zone, we have a process. Metric will be available here. Okay. So what metric we are looking for right now? Like total swap space size. It is available. Just to check. Total. Just to type swap. See what is that? Swap available. Swap total. And swap use 3 available swap. This many we have. Okay. So something like that, some metrics you may not get, may get. Okay. So make sure that first you check it if you are not getting for operating system. So total swap space size. Like that, we have a metric. System load, system CPU load. Some metric will get, some metric will not. Okay.
The query here.
Ah.
So using this extension, we are able to create the custom metric.
Hmm.
So once, for example, we created one. So afterwards, is DynaTrace inserting this plugin or what it is doing into one agent or like
Okay.
how it's
So
able?
this extension, this they used to call the JMX PMI extension. What they will do is based on that, which component you have selected, because when you in your application there's thousand of class, right? Thousand of subclass, methods, entry points, right? There's a lot of things we have. Okay. Everything it will invoke, then your performance issue of that agent, right? Agent will invoke everything, then what will happen? It definitely there will be a performance issue in your application. Definitely once they get invoked in backend, objects will get created, your heap memory, all those things will started pulling, right? So what will happen is which part you are looking. So because of that, when you develop that one agent, right? One agent also is got developed, right? Somebody has written a script. Okay. Shell script for Linux, Windows, PowerShell script for Windows, right? They have written a script, right? So they have given some checker what one agent can do. After that, one agent is getting installed with a root user. You remember? it is required root permission to install the one agent, not sudo permission. Okay? So root has a full right. So when you execute this, what it will do is particular process, particular entry point, particular bean, particular attribute get invoked, right? So instead of invoking all the methods, all the process, all the class, having said this, we'll invoke what you are looking for. Are you getting my point in the backend?
Yeah.
So right now, you in the either dinner time, suppose as an example. Now, in people, how they will think what you want to eat, right? Either what they are giving you that you eat. If you don't like it, then what will you are requesting, right? I want to have a rice, chapati, whichever, right? Biryani in here, biryani in South India, biryani is very famous. So you used to have what you want, you are requesting, right? And based on that, they are preparing it. Correct. Same way, here also you are giving that particular class, particular domain, particular bean, particular attributes. You are once you are selecting, it get invoked. One agent getting invoking that particular class, particular method, particular entry point, and they are sending giving you the data. And by default, one agent will every because the time series database, right? Every 60 seconds, every 30 seconds, it will get invoked. What will happen? Definitely there will be object will created, then it will go to Yongjan, all those things, your memory. There will be a performance issue in your you said that one agent is consuming more CPU, more memory, right? They're also blaming, right? It should not consume more than 2% of CPU overhead in your production environment. So that is the reason they have a DynaTrace agent is getting installed with the root user. So root user has a full right. When you create this, it is getting invoked. Is it clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Okay. So what you are invoking, that you get the data. So that method, right? That only that code, that block get executed, not entire block. Where you want to hit, that part it will get executed. Okay. So you select that daemon thread count, you get the metric, you give the metric name here, what metric? So same way, that metric will be available in the data explorer. Okay. Is it clear? So what based on the technology, you give the extension name, select that metric. Suppose now you want to add for JDBC. Connection pool, right? JDBC has a connection pool. So you can see for connection pool, we have this many metrics. Can you find some metrics? Abandon when percentage full. Type it. Can you get this metric? For JDBC? No metric. Right? So like that, some requirement once you get it, try first here. If not, then you think of developing a Python plugin, right? A Python script, PowerShell script, whichever, right? Hope is it clear with everyone? Okay. Now you want to have for Tomcat, you go to that type, then where you want to go, see thread pool level, we have metric, accepted thread count, thread priority, backlog, and definitely I'm telling you, those are belongs to monitoring background. I think here I'm assuming Bhunesh is from pure monitoring background, correct, Bhunesh?
Yes, I worked on monitoring as well as the Windows
Okay.
administration.
So as a monitoring admin, these are the requirement we are getting, right? That
Right.
create when you have the data for metric, can we have this metric, that metric, right? I'm
Right.
not looking for that basic metric, right?
Yes.
So that is the reason I'm telling you, these are the part, right? You should know very well. And if you go for an interview, right, people will ask you the question from this part on. They will not ask you, hey, have you installed DynaTrace 1 agent? Maybe they'll ask you the port, how to unblock the ports, how to, if port 43 is not enabled, what are things should be whitelisted. Okay, these are things they'll ask you, but as a deep level, they'll ask you that how have you created any custom metrics from that extensions? Have you developed any plugins? When you ask more package, you are expecting my package should be 25, 30, 20, and still you are thinking I will do send a health check and all those things. That will not work. Honestly, I'm telling you, that will not work. If you are accepting and you are thinking something should be on my shoulder, then you should take a responsibility. Who those people are sending health check and all on their shoulder, nothing. They will send. That's it. Nobody gonna ask questions to them. Why this was down? Why this metric is was not created? But when you go for a higher package for 15, 20, 25, something like that, India, I'm not sure people are getting for monitoring background 40, 45, 30, 36, something like that. But I have seen between 20 to 30, most of the good experience guys, those having more than 10, 12 years of experience, they have 30, 32, 35, something like that. But I haven't seen that it will cross 45, 50. I'm not sure DynaTrace, yeah, some product-based company they used to provide. If they used to provide, really I'll grab that, but they're not giving that. In India, I think from monitoring background, they're not giving. Here is the, I think, most experienced guy is Gunesh only. He only can tell us, guide us, whether we'll get or not.
Again, it is up to the technology and the
No,
tools we are
so
working,
no.
right?
So suppose you are
But
working on DynaTrace.
40, I don't think so you'll get that. But yes, of course, if you are in very big, position, then like management level, then definitely you'll get. But if you are in manager or below that, then
No, I'm talking about like in that level, like
uh,
senior software engineer, yeah, lead, yeah, solution consultant, yeah, APM architect,
uh,
something observability engineer, lead, something like that.
uh,
They're having a package more than 40. No,
uh, 40, I'm not sure, but yes, I know some of my friends, they are getting around 30, 32.
30, 32. Even I have seen many friends.
Right.
Those are around crossing their boundary between 12 to 15
Yeah.
experience. They are
Mm,
getting based on their experience. They are getting,
right.
but having below 10, between 8 to 10, I haven't seen anyone who's crossing 30, 35.
Right. Right.
So just to think, okay. But I'm giving you that tool side. We have a less pressure, and job will be safe. Nobody wants to learn the tool. And tool side, every time you should keep your update yourself. Still, I'm updating myself. I am not working on DynaTrace. I'm not working on AppD. I'm not working on Datadog. But you ask any questions from AppD, you ask any questions from Datadog, you ask any questions from New Relic. Daily, at least 1 hour, 2 hours while sleeping, I'll read some document. I'll take a SAS trial. I'll do something. That's it. Okay. So you see, we have a thread pool. Then you can see this metric. But if you search this metric accepted thread count, you will not find it. Okay. So this way you need to create metric, and once you create, it will be available in Data Explorer. Okay. Is it clear how you can create a data extension?
And so
Yeah.
here choose domain Tomcat. So whichever host, whichever application which are using Tomcat for those, this metric will be available, right?
No, metric, the data will be available. Metric will be available. Okay. Data you can see for this process only, because we are loaded this list, this process. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Okay, this process. So we should be knowing when you are fetching the custom extension, creating a custom, you should invoke which which process. And this process is running on which host. Suppose it's running on multiple hosts, then you can select all hosts or something. If it is a 1 or 2 host, select that which host. As a best practice, you should be knowing which application, which host, which management zone. At least you should be knowing that. Okay. Then you can go inside and you can invoke that and you can fetch the data. Okay.
So means we can segregate it on basis of process, host,
Yeah.
or management zone.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let me one more time. I will show you that. Add new technology, GMX PMS extension. add metric. Now you are selecting which technology. Okay, so I'm selecting Tomcat. Okay, now there are suggested source. They take because DynaTrace has a AI. AI can take pick anyone randomly, right? But I'm not looking for this business backend. I'm looking for something else. Then I can select which management zone. Suppose I'm looking for EG trade, then which host. So in this EG trade, definitely once you select the management host, inside that, how many hosts we have, once you create a rule, it will be visible, right? So I have this host. Then I could select the process. For this, we have this 3 process. Which service process I want to looking for? I'm looking for this process. Then I create a metric. Is it
So,
clear, guys?
I understood that we are able
Now
to
see what is telling retrieving metrics from DynaTrace 1 agent.
one
I told
agent.
you, right? So DynaTrace 1 agent like wake up. Okay. He woke up and is trying to invoke some class, invoke some method, invoke some process, and trying to give you that information. Okay.
So last query, like when you were creating those metric, first option was to select the domain. So in short, wherever the Tomcat application is, we are thinking in that perspective, right? Wherever the Tomcat is, and out of that, which
No.
host, which processes we are
So
following.
when
Yeah.
you are first, you need to select which technology.
Yeah.
Okay. So whichever technology got implemented in DynaTrace, that technology it will get visible here. Suppose you have some other technology like Node.js, some other .NET technology, yeah, something, it will be available here. If it is not listed here, you select other, some remote control jar. See, other has different. Now see, all the processes coming other like is not belongs to any other, right? So something. Okay, if you're not coming to that, then if you're not that process is not coming up, then select other, because this got filter button got developed. Okay, like whichever that option. So maybe they are not aware that they have not remembered. Like I should add all the technology. That is the reason few options they have given. And if it is not there, you select other. Then you select host, select management zone, then select process, which process you want to invoke, and then you take it. Suppose I want to invoke like this service, this process, and metric source. Is it clear for everyone? I think this part should be clear. Nothing
Yes,
I
sir.
left it out. Okay, now you select the domain. See, now it got org, Apache logging, JMI implementer, JDK management, which you want to. So I want to select this, then type. See how it is coming. See, based on that process, you will select metric will get changed. Okay. And then you can. So first you try here. If it is not, then develop a plugin. So how now, so that you understood how you can do that custom. All the plugins. So plugin has to be developed here, right? You can see ActiveGate GMI extension. You need to upload the plugin. See, upload extension. So write your extension. This support which Python plugin. Okay. So you can read this document. And what about 4 minutes check the new metric on the technology of it? That's fine. ActiveGate extension, how it works. Okay. You support just you see here. It support Python plugin. Okay. So you need to write the Python plugin and upload it, ActiveGate plugin. Okay. And then it will start fetching the data. Okay. So this document you need to read it. Those are interested to develop any plugins. Okay. And then you can do that. Okay. Mostly when you get this kind of requirement, right, you will start calling to your circle. Okay. I'm telling you what is happening is when you get this kind of requirement, you have many friends like for DynaTrace, you have worked on multiple companies. You'll start calling to your friends. Hey, have you in your organization, you have developed this kind of plugins? If they said yes, either share with me if it is possible, not show me, have a call, discuss, implement it, right? Is it correct? Yes, no, guys.
Means we gonna call
Yes.
you.
Not like that. Every time I'm not reachable, but
Yeah.
definitely you can ping some amount of things. I can help you out, but not always. Okay, there like when COVID was started, right? There a lot of members was coming. It was like if suppose one member I helped, another members, another. It is very difficult. Even I have work, family, everything. I'm not getting much time to give some times to my family also. Most of the times I'm
Sir,
sitting on laptop.
but how much capacity you will
How much?
capacity you will be available, like 50%, 40%, at least we ask you something.
See, when you have any kind of dot, you have that number, you can ping me. Okay. If I'm
Yeah,
available, okay, definitely I'll respond. But don't think like I'll respond immediately. Okay. Why?
yeah, yeah.
Because so if you think like something I have to like a requirement, just you ping me in the chat, WhatsApp chat. Sure, I have some kind of dot, some kind of confusion. Let me know when you are available. Definitely I'll for sure. If I can help something, I will schedule a call. I can help if it is possible as soon as possible. I know that I can help you right away. Then I can help you that something you need to be. I need to check it out. All those things. And definitely, I'll take a time. I'll take okay. Give me some one day. I'll have a look and then I'll get back to you. Okay? Nothing like this. Everything is fit in my mind because DynaTrace support more than 500 technology. Which organization, what technology they're using, even I don't know, right? So and your customer what purpose they're using DynaTrace. That would be mindset, right? So I need to understand, and then based on that, I need to see how it is possible, how it can be possible. Then I'll help you. But when you have something you are planning to switch your job and you wanted to discuss, just to inform me 2 days before. Sure, I have an interview for DynaTrace, something like that. Let's have a call. Definitely, I'll take some time, 30 minutes, some calls I'll schedule and tell you what are the questions they'll ask, what are things you should study, you should focus on. So you'd have a call 2 days. And whenever you're scheduling interview, right, take some gap. Like today you got a call, right? Once you are there, I'm scheduling, right? You take at least 2 days gap. Understand their JD. Based on that JD, first, whenever you are getting a call, ask them to share the JD. Once he has shared he shared the JD, based on that you prepare a new resume. You update your resume. Okay, what they're looking for, what is their expectation, and then at least 70 to 80% should match, right? HR recruiter and all don't know. Just he will do some keyword search and based on that they filter the resume and they'll send. In that, suppose your resume is vibrant, by mistake got selected or something, right? You prepare the resume, and then you send it to them, and then you take a 2 days of gap at least. Little bit you prepare yourself, see what are things their major part, and then you can go for an interview. So for that you wanted to have some calls or something like, then you can call me. Definitely I'll take. I'll try to manage myself and 30 minutes call I can schedule and we can have a call. Even I think there's a lot of openings in market. I think Wipro, TCS, Infosys, they are hiring.
Currently on this APM DynaTrace?
Yeah, DynaTrace admin.
Okay.
But as a fake experience, I will not suggest you to go anywhere, this kind of company. After 2 months or 3 months, after your validation, they will push you back again. You will be in a square shape. So if you are going this kind of company, just honest feedback I'm giving you. Going this kind of company, go for a C2H payroll, work for 1 year, 2 years as a C2H, and then you move. So remove that prior experience and go with a new experience that you have real experience. Like that, you can do that. But some other company you are thinking is manageable, then you go for it. Just honest answer.
Yeah, got it.
because I have seen many friends like they're working on a different domain. They put some fake experience for testing or something. They did some testing course from JS Spider, QS Spider, and from Bangalore, and they got some knowledge, and then they tried, they got selected, they joined. After joined, few months after verification, right? They initiate the verification, few company earlier, few company after, right? After verification, again they came. This was a square shape. Again, he came back to same position. And even though you should pay some penalty also. So be safe little bit. When you are playing a game, play a good game. That's it. I'll suggest. Okay. So where I was. Okay, so that is it support Python plugin. You can see build activate extension with Python. Suppose you want to do some, right? So you want to do fetch some MS SQL. Okay, so you see that Python extension for MS SQL. Yeah, you directly search connect my MS SQL database using Python. Okay, so you need to write. So we have a lot of you can see how to connect database, right? So first you need to write a script, right? So you need to write a script. You can see how it should be. So there is a API, how it should be, all those things, right? You can see what are things should be. So pip should be installed. So there will be MySQL connector, right? So this will be this kind of client. You can say that this is a client. It should be installed. Then there will be some. You can import that connector. A lot of things. Then you can see that you can import this plugin MS SQL connector. Then you have give the DB. You have taken that variable. Then you have defined that host, which host you are, username, password. Then you want to print. Then you can insert some query. All those things you can do that. Then you can create some function, you can create something, and you can fetch the data. A lot of things you can do that. If you try 1, 2, 3, right, you'll get expert. In one database plugin, one application plugin. It is not a rocket science. I'm telling you guys, not a rocket science. You should know that flow. You should think in your mindset how it should be. Like first, I want to fetch any data from my the database. What I should first, I should through that plugin, through when you develop that Python script, what do you need to do? First, I should connect to data, right? The connection should be established, right? I should log in. So from Python script, I should connect the data. So what are the libraries required? What are the extensions required? What is the pip version should use for this database? All those things should be installed. What are the prerequisites you should prepare? Then okay, I am able to connect the database. Now I want to insert the database, just fetch the database. For that, you can create some function, you can create a loop, you can fetch the data, how it should be, you can schedule time, all those things you can say. So it will filter the time, all those things you can do that, you can print that. You can, once your plugin got developed, you can run that, you can getting the data. Then you can create extension and you can upload to ActiveGate server. Okay, is it clear? Where it went? So I will show you a few plugins. You can see here. So you can upload it. So you can see there will be some plugins for one agent also. Okay, some plugins, not all the plugins. Some plugins you can see Citrix virtual apps. So you need to while developing, right? You need to read some documents. Okay, not like that you blindly you do. Most of the plugins on ActiveGate, but some plugins you see out of 5 plugins, 10 plugins, one agent, one. Okay, so you can see for IBM message queue, we have they have developed a plugin. You can see these are the metrics. Okay. Okay, these are the metrics we have. Then for SAP HANA DB, we have this metrics. Then what? MySQL NetScaler gateway, right? The gateway. We have this metrics.
For
Connectivity.
the network, we have any plugins here?
This is the gateway. So you can say for network we don't have.
This SAP SAP HANA DB is very useful actually. Uh,
You want this plugin? I can give it to you. I can download the extension. I can give it to you.
Okay.
So sir,
Think-
mostly here no coding is required, only GUI, what metrics we need to just select whatever is required. Right?
No, this is plugin already developed. Okay.
Yeah.
We have uploaded and I'm giving their extension. Now once you unzip it, there will be a Python plugin, all those things. Inside that there will be 100 lines of code. Okay. Not like that. Yeah, you search. I will tell you. Okay, 1 second. If you Google little bit, no,
I think
everything
in
is.
community also we can get a lot of.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
plugins.
If you have everything is available on the internet. Okay. But nothing like you should develop by own everything, right? Now suppose you want to do you want to fetch, you can download from there. You want to do SAP HANA DB plugin, right? Just to search DynaTrace plugins, enter Control V. Definitely there will be someone who has uploaded in on your GitHub something, and you can able to find how you can monitor SAP HANA
Okay.
extension. Somewhere you can get. Okay, and SAP HANA database monitoring. SAP HANA database in DynaTrace, go to hub, find as a database, download the extension zip. See, now they are giving here itself SAP HANA. So find the SAP HANA database. Okay, download to get extension zip file. So if you go to your DynaTrace hub, I do not have access. If you go to your trial, we have the DynaTrace hub, right? While installing DynaTrace one agent, I told you, right? We have one DynaTrace hub. Okay, hub I have access. I can go to DynaTrace hub and just to type SAP HANA. See, download this custom remote FFDP. Right? Most of the plugin they developed. Okay, they are developing like anything. I'm telling you, the way DynaTrace support their product, right? Nobody is supporting their product on the APM side. I'm talking. The way that DynaTrace support their products, they are supporting like anything. Nowadays, I think in India, DynaTrace is hiring too much. Why? Because US we have a recession. Okay, money issue. I don't know what region. Okay, now they are cutting their jobs. Okay, that side, and they are adding the peoples in India side. India, yeah, you can say that whichever country has less currency, right? That said they are putting. So then when we have a conversion rate, right? So suppose there in US for DynaTrace consultant, yeah, something, right? They are paying for $80,000. In India, $80,000, they can hire 5 resources, correct? So same way they're managing. If you and you think like I got a job in that also you have a Yovala symbol and they are cutting their job. That is the reason, and they are providing good flexibility. No always permanent work from home, no office. Only they have office in Mumbai, I think Bangalore. They had office, but Lanka, IMG Road somewhere, but they have closed.
DynaTrace, I think in India they don't have office.
No,
Only the.
they have office in Mumbai.
But that
Okay,
is, I
Navi
think, not
Mumbai.
for this business office, I think.
this big sort they used to sit, but
Right.
this for this one and all support and all, no, they do not have any kind of office. Permanent work from home with good flexibility, with good facility. Okay, so you will think you have a symbol and also you will start. Okay, so grab it, learn it little bit, and I'm telling you after this course, no, little bit get exposure through Dumi or something for Python and PowerShell. If you want to grow like anything in the tool side, tools at any time anybody can learn. Okay, this is just a folder click, but little bit ideas and little bit of Python, yeah, PowerShell. If you know little bit, I'm not talking about you should be a very good developer for Python and like you can develop web UI or something. I'm not talking about that background. Okay, and you should knowing a lot of frameworks, Panda or something. No, just Python. What are that? How you can develop, write a basic script like connect to database, fetch some metric, get some data, insert some data, something like that. Okay, through for Windows, some PowerShell, you can do some write some basic script that you will get it in Google, but you know from where you should know how from where you should start. That's it. Okay, if you are knowing this much, right, and and plus you should be you are knowing these are the tools like DynaTrace, App Dynamics, Datadog. In that you will get exposure and you will get your growth like anything. Telling you, having a 4 years, 5 years experience, you will get multiple on-site opportunity, multiple things. I am not interested to go any country, okay, but I have many offers from other countries. Like you ask US, you ask Canada, you ask Germany, France, Belgium, Portugal, London. Till that I have, but I don't want to go any other country. I love my country. I want to be, but if you used to go just little bit stress yourself. Udemy you will get 30 hours course, right? Just should be familiar with all the functions, all the methods, loops, dictionary, everything, right? And how from where we should start. Just to write. That's it. I'm not. People are not asking you to develop like any kind of hijack Python plugins. No, just basic. You should be knowing how to connect the database, or you should be install pip commands, all those things like basic stuffs. That's it. Okay. So you will get here, Manesh. Okay. So most of the
Yeah, sure.
plugins you will get it. Okay, in the DynaTrace
Mm.
hub also. I think that so extension part is clear. Any dot, guys?
Apart from creating a custom plugins,
Hmm.
there will be no coding at all, right?
No,
Till
no.
now, we haven't seen coding part.
See, coding. I'm not a developer for what you call Python, yeah, PowerShell, yeah, something. Okay. If customer needs some kind of metrics and that is not available, suppose I tell you, you want to have a matrix and you have one server. If there is no data in the server, it should create alert. If there is no data got inserted in your server, because your server data is getting inserted every 1 minute in the particular row or particular column. Okay. And if it's not getting inserted, I should have an alert. In that case, what you will do, there is no metrics available. There is no custom metrics is available that I have created through JMX BM extension. It is not available. In that case, what you should do, you need to develop a plugin. How you develop a plugin? DynaTrace support Python plugin. Okay. So Python plugin. So first, what you need to do? You need to connect a database. So for that, what are the prerequisites? You need to install the pip. What are the Python version is support for this DynaTrace one agent that you need to check. Then it should all the library should be import. Once library got imported, then you should create some variables with name and you should have a DB username, password, host, port number, SSL, TLS, some version, right? Or the house should be connectivity. Then your connection got successful. Then you need to insert a data. You should create a function, write a query, and then you can fetch the data. So in the database for no data, right? What you are querying, you are writing that query should be inserted in the where loop. You should create a function. Then you should once function got created, then you should get that in the loop, and then you should come out the loop because once you have a function, right? What are the global variable you can call from anywhere, right? So because that whichever the variable you are created is a global variable, so it can be called from anywhere, right? So then you should you will be doing the print statement, right? So and then once print, so you can give some name and then you can give some metric name, and you can once plugin got developed, you can upload the plugins, you can create extension and you can upload the plugins. Okay, so that little bit Python or PowerShell is required, but for freshers below 5 years, yeah, I'm telling below 6 to 7 years. For them, this kind of work, it will not come. For them, I think for Bhunesh, if he is architect or something, yeah, for me, I'm talking about, I'm architect. Yeah, someone who those are thinking, those are like everything responsibility on their shoulder, then they should have this kind of idea and how it can be done. Okay. For 1 year, 2 years, below 5 years, 3 years, still people are considering freshers is learning. And after 2 years, okay, little bit, they'll give some configuration work. And those are crossing 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. For them, I think this kind of work only it will come. This work is called L3 work. Okay. So in
Yes.
that monitoring side also, right? We have some kind of L1 template, L2 template, L3 template, right, Bhunesh?
Yes, right, you are correct. So
Yeah,
that
so
is
we are,
again based on the, organizations, how it is set
yeah,
up.
yeah. Based on the org to org,
Yep.
how it should. So like most of the organization, right? Service based, yeah, product based. They need a business. So for
Right.
creating a business, they have some strategy, they have some policy, and people should follow that. Okay. So this kind of custom metrics, right? They used to create a separate code. 1 week of development effort is required. Okay, and then you will play. If you got the plugin, then 6th day you sleep, and 7th day you say plugin got developed. Now you can go for a testing. You can assign to QA. You can assign to a staging team and a staging team, and then it's got everything got succeeded. Then it will productionize. Okay, so like that it is there. Okay, so that way it works. Okay, so I think I'm dropping. Okay.